We recently walked you through the entry and exit points of two winning swing trades in SOL that led to a huge 58% gain in just a few weeks. Now we've closed our third trade for another impressive win of 36% in just 1 week. That's a whopping total gain of 94% in just 4 weeks. Members of the MTG Tribe are obviously thrilled about these recent winners. But have you ever wondered exactly how we consistently find the top relative strength altcoins that outperform the market? In this video, we're doing something we've never done before. We're pulling back the curtain to reveal the secret sauce behind how we scan for the best crypto swing trade setups that consistently deliver big profits to our members. Are you ready for this exclusive sneak peek? Here's the deal. While the crypto market is no stranger to volatile swings, our approach focuses on swing trading altcoins with high relative strength to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Huge winners like the Sol and Link trades we discussed in recent videos prove the effectiveness of our strategy. But it's not just about luck. It's a methodical, rule-based trading system. And today, for the very first time, we're unveiling our simple yet highly effective scanning process. We're going to take you through step by step, unlocking how we identify the top performing altcoin swing trade setups, even in a bullish market. Also, be sure to stick around to the end where we walk through the hottest charts and alert you to the strongest altcoins on our radar for potential buy entry in the coming days and weeks. You definitely don't want to miss out on the exciting opportunities emerging in this bull market. So whether you're a seasoned trader looking to refine your skills or a budding enthusiast eager to find a winning trading strategy, this video is your golden ticket to trading success. Before we dive in, remember to press the like button and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get started. There are 4 main steps to finding the top relative strength cryptos in the Morpheus trading strategy. The first step is to get started with TradingView. I've left a link for you in the comments in case you don't have TradingView. You can go ahead and get set up. Step 2 is we filter down to our tradable altcoin universe. Step 3, we scan to create a high relative strength watch list. And step 4 is we scan for ideal swing trade setups. Now let's dive in and walk through each of these 4 steps. The first step is pretty simple. Get started with TradingView charting platform. Now, you can use any charting platform, but we prefer TradingView because it has a great wealth of features and is very inexpensive. In fact, TradingView does have a free version, but to be able to scan in the manner that we're showing you with multiple charts and multiple indicators, you'll want to have a paid version of TradingView. And again, I've left a link for you in the comments. The second step is that we want to filter down to our tradable altcoin universe. There are nearly 11,000 crypto altcoins in the market right now, but there's only less than 300 of them that we consider for swing trade entry from day to day. Now, what makes the cut? Quite simply, we're looking for a minimum market cap of $100 million. And by having a minimum market cap, that helps us avoid some price manipulation that tends to occur with the smaller, less liquid altcoins. Now, as prices change, obviously market caps change, and that list is continually changing as well. Now, to save you all the hard work, we've actually decided to share with you our pre-filtered list of tradable altcoins. There's about 280 of them on our list. We've done all the hard work for you by gathering this up, and we regularly keep this list updated. So we're going to go ahead and leave a link in the description for you to get a copy of our live watch list, which we continually update, and your watch list will update every time ours is updated as well. So we've done all the heavy lifting, and all you need to do is get set up with TradingView and click that link, and you will already be filtered down to all of the cryptos in our tradable universe. Again, currently less than 300 of them. Now, once you've got your list filtered down, you're going to see in the watch list section, it's going to look similar to this. You'll be able to scroll through and see the individual crypto pairs that are on our tradable universe. And from this list is where it gets fun. This is where we narrow down to start trying to find the top relative strength cryptos. Now, for our trading strategy, we're not interested in cryptos that just have a massive one-day run, and no solid bullish chart pattern or relative strength. No, we're actually interested instead in top relative strength cryptos. What does that mean? Relative strength simply means that the crypto is outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum as benchmarks. So in other words, when Bitcoin and Ethereum go up, top relative strength altcoins rally more, a greater percentage than the benchmarks. And when Bitcoin and Ethereum go down, cryptos with relative strength fall at a lesser percentage and often are the last to fall. So we're seeking those top relative strength cryptos. That's how we maximize our profits and we minimize our risk. Now, it's a completely separate topic how we actually look for our exact entry and exit points. And then we discussed that in detail in our previous video where we walked through our trading strategy and discussed SOL. And you can check that out on our channel as well. But in this video, we're actually focusing on how to find the actual trade ideas in the first place, narrowing down, scanning to find the top relative strength plays. Now, in a bear market, finding this relative strength is very easy because nearly every crypto will be down and there's going to be just a handful that rise to the top. So it's very easy to spot relative strength in a bear market. But in an emerging bull market like we're in now, just about everything's rallying, and finding the true relative strength and separating the wheat from the chaff can be a little bit more challenging. So in this case, what we do is we take our filtered list from our tradable universe and we filter it down further into cryptos that are currently trading above their 50-week moving averages. By narrowing our list down further to cryptos above their 50-week moving averages, that helps us to ensure that we're not buying a crypto that has only recently started to pop, and is weak over the past several months. Instead, we're looking for cryptos that are leaders, not only in a very short-term basis, but on the intermediate term and even longer-term basis as well. So we drill down to use the weekly chart. Now, how do we actually do that scanning? Okay, well, with TradingView, there's a cool feature called flagging. And when you flag, you click on any of these symbols and you'll see that you get a color you can choose from to flag. And once you choose your color, then that color is going to be what appears next to the symbol. So to flag something, we simply click on it and it'll stay the same color. We can just click and click again and it'll unflag, right? And as a keyboard shortcut, instead of using your mouse, what works really well and is quick when you're scanning is to use the arrow keys on your keyboard. So arrow up and down scrolls up and down your list. And then Alt-Enter is the keyboard shortcut. Again, Alt-Enter is a keyboard shortcut to simply flag the cryptos that you want to flag. So what we do here is once a week, we scan through our entire list, our MTG filtered list of nearly 300 cryptos, and we look to see, are there any new additions to cryptos above their 50-week moving average or cryptos that are no longer above their 50-week moving average, and we flag them. So if we've already done the hard work, we've already created that list, I'm going to show you in a minute, but if that list wasn't created, I'm going to show you how we do it. So essentially, what we like to do is you can sort by symbol. You click on the top of the column heading to sort however you like. You can sort by percentage gain for the day. But in this case, since we're just doing scanning, we sort alphabetically by symbol. So we would start at the top, and we've set up our charts here to have the daily chart on the left side and the weekly chart on the top right and the 4-hour chart on the bottom right. This is our standard scanning setup. What we're looking for here is on the weekly chart, we're looking for the cryptos in this chart that are above their 50-week moving average. That's the red line, okay? And that's all we're looking for in this step of the process, is only looking for cryptos that are trading above this red line, above their 50-week moving averages. So we can see here in this case, 1 inch is below its 50-week moving average, so that doesn't make the cut. So we move down to the next crypto and we can see AAVE is above its 50-week moving average. So we would press Alt-Enter or click right here and flag that. So we've created a flag. Now we go to the next one and we see ACH has just popped above its 50-week moving average. So that makes the cut. ADA, AGIX, well, it's not enough data yet, so that hasn't created a 50-week moving average. Notice Algo is still below the 50-week moving average. Alice is below the 50-week moving average. So you're going to go through here and you're going to find, it really depends on market conditions, but a majority of them will be below their 50-week moving averages still. So again, we're filtering to find the best of the best. Now, this is also a sign of market conditions. So as you've got more and more cryptos joining this list, trading above their 50-week moving averages, that's a sign that market conditions are improving. Conversely, if you start to see moving averages falling below their 50-week moving averages, that's a sign that we're seeing potentially a correction in this emerging bull market. So we go through this list again once a week. We update it. We share this list with our members of the Morpheus crypto service in our chat room. We regularly share this list, but we're walking through with you right now how you can do it on your own if you're not a member. Now, to save time, I'm not going to walk through all 300 cryptos on our list here, but I've showed you what the process is and how to flag them. So once you flag them, I then click at the top left of the list here, and we simply group together. That's going to group together all of the flagged items. Now, after we've flagged all of the cryptos that are above their 50-week moving averages, we now hold down the shift button and select all of them that are flagged, and we right click and select add all selected to. And we select we can create a new list if you don't have one, but we've already got a watch list called MTG High RS. So we would simply select that, and that will automatically then add these symbols to a new watch list. We navigate between watch lists by clicking at the top here, and this is where we can select between watch lists. So we're currently on MTG filtered watch list, and we've created, let's say, a new watch list, MTG High RS, High Relative Strength. So to select that list, we simply click on it, and now we're going to see everything that was flagged. Now, again, just to avoid confusion, we've already done all this for you. We keep this list regularly updated, and this is currently now all cryptos as of yesterday that are above their 50-week moving averages. So it's already filtered down this list. So again, just to show you what we did there, we can navigate back. This is the list of everything with 100 million market cap, but above or below the 50-week moving averages. And then when we select MTG High RS, this is going to narrow us down to only those that we flagged. Now, of course, once you've already copied everything over, you can simply unflag these symbols as well. So that's step 3, which again is scanning to create your high relative strength watch list. And then, of course, it's important to keep it updated on a regular basis if you're not a member of Morpheus Crypto. Again, if you're a member, we post that for you every week in the chat room. So now the 4th step is we've established which cryptos have the highest relative strength and are trading above their 50-week moving averages. So we already know that everything on this list is showing high relative strength, but the key part of the Morpheus swing trading strategy is we don't chase. In other words, if we don't see an ideal buy point with relatively low risk entry point and a high risk reward, then we're not interested in buying. We don't chase. We simply wait for the price to come to us so that we can always get a relatively low risk entry point with high risk reward. So what that means is that in a raging bull market, if the market's been up, let's say 10 days in a row, you're probably not going to find much that's ready to buy now. But from this list, you can now flag further to look for the top strongest plays that you want to look for a potential pullback entry or to look for a potential breakout. Now let's talk a little more about these charts. Again, this top right chart we use primarily for scanning to look at the weekly time frame. You can see here each bar is 1 week of price action, and we have it set to go all the way back to the beginning of the year. So we look at a glance here, we can see the entire year's price action so far in the current year. And on the left side, our bigger chart is the daily chart. This is the main chart we use to look for chart patterns such as breakouts from consolidation, bull pennants, bull flags, pullbacks, etc. So kind of using a top-down strategy, the weekly chart kind of gives us the heads up that we're seeing relative strength. And then we drill down from the weekly chart to the daily chart to look for the individual trade setups. And once we find something on the daily chart, then the 4-hour chart helps us fine tune even further to look for a valid swing trade entry point. So again, we simply go through each symbol on the list. We can use the arrow key or a mouse and go up and down to look for those that really look good on all time frames. Ideally, we look for cryptos that have bullish chart patterns on their weekly, daily, and 4-hour charts. Those would be the best looking setups that we want to flag. When scanning, we're looking for not only relative strength and cryptos that are moving higher, but those that are doing so with a relatively steady trend. For example, this is AAVE, a large cap DeFi crypto. And on the daily chart here, we see that it's been trending steadily higher, like most of the market. But look at this price action. It's been very choppy and erratic, not trending very smoothly, although it has been mainly holding above the 8-day exponential moving average, but it's been kind of choppy. Now, if we compare that, for example, to the chart of Bitcoin, you see quite a big difference. Bitcoin, after it broke out, perfectly held firmly at support of the 8-period exponential moving average. In fact, that's been guiding nicely as support. And after Bitcoin broke out, it's now been just consolidating in a sideways range for the past several weeks. We look for a multi-week consolidation, and then we would look to buy a breakout. Or we can also buy steadily trending cryptos on a pullback, such as a pullback to the 20-day exponential moving average. So in the case of Bitcoin here, we're already long Bitcoin, by the way. We're up 23% in the Morpheus crypto portfolio since our buy entry back here when it broke out. But if we weren't already long, we'd be looking for a potential entry either on a pullback to this 20-day exponential moving average, which would give us a relatively low risk entry point, or on a breakout above consolidation. And that's kind of a general thing that we look for is, again, breakouts above consolidation or pullbacks to key moving averages, either the 8-day moving average if it's a strong trend, or the 20-day exponential moving average as well. So when we find a strongly trending crypto that we want to make sure we don't forget about it, we want to watch it and track it for a pullback, then here's how we do it. We once again turn to flagging, and we flag the cryptos that are on our pullback or breakout watch list. So for example, GRT, we're going to go ahead and flag this in a green flag because GRT is one of the cryptos on our radar that is showing amazing relative strength since it broke out. Notice the increasing volume, high volume, and it's actually rallied quite significantly when it broke out from 10 cents to 16 cents. About 60% it's rallied in 2 weeks and confirmed by higher volume. On the weekly chart over here, we can see there is some resistance on the weekly chart though. So if we weren't in GRT, we'd want to be looking for a pullback to the 8-period exponential moving average, this green line, which has acted as support. But more than likely, we may see a consolidation form, perhaps a bull pennant will form. And a pennant would be a tightening of the price action. We'd see the volatility contraction, and that would allow the moving averages to rise up and provide support. That's also known as a correction by time rather than price, when prices drift sideways. So GRT is definitely on our radar. We flagged it as green. It's too early now, but in the coming days and weeks, we're going to look for either a pullback entry or a consolidation to form. INJ is another top relative strength crypto. In fact, we had some profitable trades in this a few months ago in the chat room, and the relative strength has just been ramping up since then. On the weekly chart, notice how we broke out above a base of consolidation that basically went from April all the way to October. So we had this big consolidation. In fact, we can draw a rectangle here so you can see the consolidation. Notice the breakout above that consolidation. That's really nice because a lot of the cryptos that are showing relative strength on the daily time frame have resistance on the weekly chart. But we're looking for cryptos that have broken out above resistance on their weekly chart, like INJ. Now, if we come over here to the daily chart, though, we can see that it's a bit extended in the short term. I mean, it's far away from its 8-day exponential moving average, which is, by the way, notice again how perfectly that 8-day exponential moving average acted as support. But when they get this kind of far away, we need more than a pullback to the 8-day. We'd rather see a sharp, swift correction down to the 20-day exponential moving average, which may not come, but at least a consolidation of several weeks to allow that 20-day exponential moving average to rise up and provide support. Remember, we don't chase. We simply move on to the next trade setup if something is too far away and we're not in it. We're never looking for high-risk entry points. We're looking for low-risk entry points with a high-risk reward. But INJ definitely ticks the mark. And by the way, you can actually set trade alerts. So even though we're flagging them with green flags, which is handy, by the way, because what we can do is every day we can just look at these that have been flagged in green. But the other thing we can do is we can actually set price alerts. So for example, if we come over here, we click on this plus sign, we can actually put an alert based on the moving average. So if the price comes down to this moving average, it'll actually notify us, hey, the price is retraced to the 20-day exponential moving average. Great feature to have, setting alerts on TradingView, especially when you base it on specific moving averages. And you can also do the same with horizontal price levels that you're monitoring as well. And that's how you make sure you don't miss anything, is through setting trade alerts. Last month, we traded Link with 2 different swing trades in Morpheus Crypto Service. And in the portfolio, we scored a 25% gain on the first Link trade and a 12% gain on a reentry. Now we're out of Link, but looking for a potential reentry point. This is another top relative strength crypto that you want to keep an eye on. So we'll go ahead and flag that. And you can see that Link has just broken out above its base of consolidation. So while we've got Bitcoin going sideways and consolidating, Link has just broken out to a new swing high. So again, a clear example of relative strength. Another top relative strength crypto that should be on your radar is SOL. We've talked extensively about that. Again, we had 3 different crypto swing trades in SOL over the past several weeks that have led to a gain of nearly 100%. So SOL has been trending really well, holding perfectly on that 8-period exponential moving average and really giving us great entry points based on technical analysis, really following the rules perfectly. And now SOL is forming a bull pennant above its 8-period exponential moving average. Ideally, we'd like to see the price action continue to tighten up and drift sideways for a while, give that 20-day exponential moving average some time to catch up. And if we get a pullback to the 20-day exponential moving average, that would also provide us with a relatively low-risk entry point. So we'll go ahead and set an alert also on this moving average for SOL to make sure we don't miss it if we get that dip. And the last crypto on our radar right now for potential pullback entry is TRB. TRB, the weekly chart, is really amazing. I mean, it's ripped from $12 to $120, 10x, 1,000% increase since August. That's really, really impressive. Just in a few months, just in several months, rallying 1,000%. And that's before Bitcoin and Ethereum started ripping. So because TRB has been trending so firmly, it's got big volume on the breakout. It's really a great looking setup, but way extended here. And what we're looking for on TRB is at least a pullback to the 8-week moving average, or at least a month or two of sideways consolidation. And dip down to, let's say, the 20-day moving average around the $100 level would also give us a relatively lower risk entry point. So we're monitoring TRB, but it may be a while until this sets up for a potential buy entry point that we like. So putting it all together, we've flagged all of our symbols, and we've got now 5 cryptos on our watch list right now for potential buy entry in the coming days and weeks. So again, just to walk through the 4 steps, we've signed up with TradingView. We've then filtered down to our tradable universe of altcoins, which is just under 300 altcoins. Again, $100 million market cap minimum. Again, check our description, and you can see the link to our live watch list. You can go ahead and feel free to use that link to get started. Once you've filtered that down, now you need to go through on a regular basis and create a high relative strength watch list from that tradable universe. We're currently using everything above the 50-week moving average makes the cut. And then the last step, again, is to scan for ideal swing trade setups on your radar. We've got these 5 on our radar right now. If we do spot any relatively low-risk buy points with a high-risk reward, we'll send a trade alert to Morpheus Crypto members with our exact entry and exit prices. If you're not yet a member, head on over to Morpheus Crypto and click on Crypto Picks to get started and learn all about our incredible proven swing trading strategy for cryptocurrencies. And if you have any questions or comments about the information we went over today, drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you, and we're happy to help you to get started with scanning for the top relative strength cryptos on your watch list as well. See you back here in the next Morpheus Crypto video.